Thank you. So I thought I'd grab lunch quickly while I was listening to Asha speak. So I had to get off the video for that. But my journey to interesting and to audacious financing for the work that we do across Nigeria, Kenya, and Ethiopia started incidentally in Davos in 2019, right in 2020, right before COVID became this global emergency. I was invited to Davos by Credit Suisse in 2020, and basically to have conversations with important people who were interested in funding audacious projects. I was very lucky to speak with MSD for Mothers program, to speak with DFC, the DFI from the United States government, and to really have those conversations. And the conversation was very good, and we got funding from MSD for Mothers, and we're having conversations with DFC as well to basically build a supply chain system to reach the last mile. At the time, so for you to know how audacious this kind of backing and this kind of investment is, at the time we were a very small company in Nigeria. We operated in 3 cities in Nigeria. We had just started a third, and we were not last mile, but we had an idea. We had built a technology system that was scalable, that was profitable, and that has a system that is sustainable. And this was what got people looking at us more seriously. Now, with that investment, we were able to do so much with it. And I think that's what's interesting about, what I call audacious founders or unusual founders. Women, usually living at the last mile. I live in Lagos, Nigeria. Usually doing this often thankless work, and usually very connected to the community where they're working. And when they are able to build something that is scalable, that is sustainable, that has a profit motive, but also has impact at the out of it, then it becomes a game changer. With that small investment, and this investment was quite small compared to what goes around in the global health community, we were able to expand to 3 countries. We're able to become 24 hours delivering blood and oxygen and PPEs and gloves and vaccines, the works, to the very last one. With a very small investment, expanded to all the regions in Nigeria, are able to deliver right to the last mile, up to Maiduguri, right, Borno State, home to Chibok girls, to the very last mile you can imagine. It was a small investment. And it was an investment that was a hybrid investment. There was DFC participating, Credit Suisse gave something they could. MSD for Mothers, through the Financing for Mom initiative, came and financed Lifeline for 2 years. And we proved our model. We exponentially grew our impact. And for me, I think these are the kind of work that needs to be done to back the women who are doing the work at the last mile. I'm just one example. During the COVID-19 pandemic, as an example of the kind of transformative work people like me do at the last mile, we were the first company, first institution actually, in Nigeria to build a testing facility, COVID-19 testing facility. It was a drive-through and a walk-through. We were able to test up to 15,000 people. And at the time, about 5% of Nigeria's entire testing capacity. We built an oxygen plant and was able to deliver oxygen to every hospital serving COVID-19 patients in Nigeria. We built an asset management system to help countries like Kenya, like Ethiopia, like Nigeria, manage their ventilators, their respirators, and ICU beds, and figure out where they are. That when patients come in and need these resources, they can easily be sorted to the right place. And for me, I think this is an example, and there are many examples, like women like me, working at the last mile. My friend, I have a friend who runs a company called My Medicine, and she delivers critical medicine to the last mile. And she's been doing this quietly, not well funded, for many years, and really transforming the lives sustainably of the most vulnerable members of our communities. And there are many, many examples like that. What the world needs is to look to the unusual places, to the unusual founders, people who don't look like they can build, large businesses, but they can, because they've built something that matters and that just needs that funding, that needs that financing to scale and to really drive impact. So I just wanted to use Life Bank as an example of that, and use the Financing for Moms initiative as an example of what is possible when we back women. Thank you.